It's really unsettling, isn't it? When you hear about someone seemingly healthy like that 71-year-old man just gone in their sleep, no warning, no obvious cause, makes you think, what are we missing? What silent dangers are lurking?
Absolutely. And it really underscores how crucial it is to pay attention to how our bodies change as we age. Things we might have gotten away with in our younger years can become serious risks later on.
And that's exactly what we're diving into today, right? Those hidden dangers. Specifically, we're going to uncover 4 common bedtime habits, things people over 70 might be doing every night that could actually be putting their health in jeopardy.
Exactly. We're talking about things that might seem totally harmless, maybe even part of your routine for years, but could be silently increasing your risk of strokes, heart attacks, even sudden death.
Scary stuff. And we really want to stress the importance of staying with us until the end of this deep dive, because that last habit we're going to discuss, it's something a lot of people do without even realizing the potential consequences. It could be putting them in real danger.
We want to arm you with the knowledge to protect your health, sleep better, and wake up feeling refreshed and ready to take on the day.
So let's jump right in. The first habit we want to talk about is eating heavy meals too late at night. Now, I know a lot of us enjoy a nice big dinner, but after 70, it's just not as easy for our bodies to process all that food before bedtime.
Right. As we get older, our metabolism slows down, digestion isn't as efficient, and it takes longer for our bodies to break down what we eat. So that late night feast might not sit so well anymore.
So what kind of problems can this lead to? We're not just talking about a little indigestion, are we?
Not exactly. That heavy meal close to bedtime can trigger acid reflux, disrupt your sleep, even lead to higher blood pressure during the night. All of these things can increase the risk of heart attacks and strokes while you sleep.
Wow, I never really connected those dots before.
Yeah.
You mean if I'm waking up with heartburn or feeling my heart racy in the middle of the night, it could be because of what I ate hours earlier?
It's definitely possible. When you eat a large meal too close to bedtime, your body's busy focusing on digestion instead of getting that deep, restful sleep it needs. Stomach's churning out acid, intestines are working overtime, your heart rate's elevated. It's like you're running a marathon in your sleep.
And that acid reflux thing is
Uh,
more than just discomfort, right?
Right. Think about it. You have a big, rich meal, maybe pasta or burger. It feels good going down, but then you lie down and that stomach acid can start creeping up your esophagus. That's the burning sensation. Maybe you even cough or choke a little as it comes up. And over time, that chronic acid reflux, or GERD, can actually weaken the muscles in your throat, increasing the risk of aspiration pneumonia.
Aspiration pneumonia.
Yeah,
That sounds serious.
it is. It's when food or liquid gets into your lungs, especially dangerous for older folks. And it's not just acid reflux we need to worry about. Late night eating can also mess with your blood sugar.
Oh, right, the blood sugar. I know that's important, but explain it to me like I'm back in high school biology.
Okay, so when you eat, especially carbs and fats, your blood sugar rises. That's normal. But eating late at night, especially those heavy meals, can make your blood sugar spike, and it takes longer to come back down. This is particularly bad for people with diabetes or at risk of developing it.
So what's the magic number? How long should we wait between our last meal and bedtime?
Ideally, aim for at least 3 to 4 hours. Gives your body enough time to digest before you hit the hay.
Okay, so no more late-night pizza parties for us. But what if you get those late-night cravings? I know I do sometimes.
A little snack is fine, just keep it light and easy to digest. A handful of nuts, a piece of fruit, or a cup of herbal tea can actually help you sleep better.
So it's all about timing and choices. Our bodies just work a bit differently as we get older.
Exactly. Simple adjustments to your eating schedule can make a big difference for your sleep and your heart health.
Got it. Now, let's move on to the second habit, and this one might seem counterintuitive. Drinking too much liquid before bed. I thought staying hydrated was always a good thing.
It is. But like with everything, there's a balance, especially after 70.
So what's the problem with drinking a lot before bed? I mean, aside from waking up to use the bathroom in the middle of the night.
Well, those nighttime bathroom trips are actually part of the problem. As we age, our bladder capacity decreases, and those muscles don't work as well as they used to.
Ah, so even a small amount of liquid can make you feel like you're about to burst.
Exactly. And your kidneys are still working throughout the night, filtering fluids, so if you load up before bed, those nighttime bathroom trips become more frequent and urgent.
And I'm guessing this can be dangerous.
You got it. Imagine stumbling out of bed in the dark, half asleep, rushing to the bathroom. Your blood pressure might not adjust quickly enough when you stand up. That's called postural hypotension.
Postural hypotension.
That sounds fancy.
It's a sudden drop in blood pressure. Can make you dizzy, lightheaded, even faint. And nighttime falls are a major cause of injuries for seniors.
So, something as simple as drinking too much water before bed can actually contribute to a fall. Unfortunately, yes. And it's not just the falls. All those bathroom trips disrupt your sleep cycle. You wake up, the lights go on, your brain thinks it's time to get up. This messes with your melatonin production, the hormone that regulates your sleep.
So you're not getting that deep, restful sleep you need.
Exactly. And over time, that chronic sleep deprivation can weaken your immune system, raise your blood pressure, and might even contribute to cognitive decline.
Wow. So what's the solution? Should we just stop drinking water altogether in the evening?
No, no, not at all. Hydration's still important. The key is to adjust your fluid intake. Try to drink most of your fluids earlier in the day, gradually decreasing in the late afternoon and evening.
Makes sense. And if I'm thirsty in the evening?
Take small sips instead of gulping down a whole glass. Also, watch out for hidden sources of liquid, soups, some fruits like watermelon or grapes, and even certain medications can contribute to your fluid intake.
Good point. I'll have to keep that in mind. So being mindful of our fluid intake, especially timing, can really protect our sleep and even our overall health.
That's right. Now, this next habit might surprise you, sleeping in a room that's too warm.
Wait. I thought a warm, cozy bedroom was the key to a good night's sleep.
It might feel cozy, but for people over 70, a warm bedroom can actually be a health hazard.
Really? Why is that?
As we age, our bodies don't regulate temperature as well. We sweat less efficiently, so it's easier to overheat, especially when we're sleeping.
So if my bedroom's too warm, my body's working overtime to cool down.
Exactly. Your heart has to work harder, pumping faster to get rid of that excess heat. This can be dangerous if you have any heart conditions, high blood pressure, or circulation problems.
Okay, that makes sense. So waking up sweaty and restless, that could be a sign my room's too warm.
Absolutely. It's your body trying to tell you something.
And you mentioned dehydration. I thought you only get dehydrated if you don't drink enough water.
You can also get dehydrated from sweating excessively. And even mild dehydration at night can thicken your blood, increasing the risk of blood clots, heart attacks, and strokes.
Wow, I had no idea a warm room could be so dangerous. Can you give me an example?
Sure. Let's say you have someone like Frank, 74 years old. He loves a toasty bedroom, keeps it around 75 degrees. He piles on the blankets, flannel sheets, the works. He wakes up several times a night, sweaty, restless, can't seem to get comfortable. In the morning, he's groggy, not well rested. What Frank doesn't realize is that his warm bedroom is messing with his sleep cycle, preventing him from getting that deep, restorative sleep, and it's putting unnecessary strain on his heart.
Poor Frank. So what's the magic temperature? How cool should we keep our bedrooms?
Experts recommend between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit for optimal sleep.
That might feel chilly for some people. Any tips for adjusting?
Layer up with
Simple changes, big impact. Now, the last habit we're going to discuss is one that many people might not even consider. Sleeping position.
Right. A lot of folks assume as long as you're comfortable, it doesn't really matter how you sleep. But after 70, your sleeping position can actually make a difference for your health.
Really? Like what kind of difference are we talking about?
The wrong position can lead to breathing problems, poor circulation, and even increase the risk of heart problems, like heart failure or stroke.
That sounds serious. Why is sleeping position more important as we get older?
Well, as we age, we lose muscle tone, our lung function changes, and our circulation isn't as robust. These changes make us more vulnerable to the effects of our sleeping position.
So if I'm lying in a certain position for hours every night, it can actually restrict my breathing or put pressure on my blood vessels.
Exactly. It can even make it harder for your heart to pump blood efficiently. This can lead to things like snoring, sleep apnea, or even put extra strain on your heart.
You mentioned sleep apnea. A lot of people probably don't even realize they have it, right?
That's right. Many people just think it's normal snoring, but it's actually when your breathing repeatedly stops and starts during the night, and it can put you at risk for heart disease, high blood pressure, even sudden cardiac arrest.
So which sleeping position is the worst offender?
Sleeping flat on your back. It might feel comfortable, but when you lie on your back, gravity can cause your tongue and the soft tissues in your throat to relax and block your airway. That's what often leads to sleep apnea.
So no more sleeping like a starfish for us. Can you paint a picture of what this might look like in real life?
Sure. Imagine Robert, 76 years old, lifelong back sleeper. His wife notices he sometimes stops breathing for a few seconds during the night, then gasps for air. Robert brushes it off, figures it's just part of getting older. But over time, he starts feeling exhausted all the time. Headaches every morning, can't concentrate. Finally, he goes to the doctor and discovers he has sleep apnea, and that his sleeping position has been making it worse, putting a strain on his heart every night without him even knowing it.
Wow, that's a wake-up call. So if sleeping on your back is bad, what about side sleeping?
Side sleeping is generally better, but there's actually a preferred side.
Oh, which side is the winner?
The left side. Some studies suggest that sleeping on your right side can put a bit more pressure on your heart, making it work harder. This can be an issue if you already have a heart condition. It might even contribute to fluid buildup, which can be a sign of heart failure.
Okay, so left side it is. What are the benefits of sleeping on your left side?
Well, it takes to improve circulation, makes it easier for your heart to pump blood, and can even help with digestion. If you're prone to acid reflux, sleeping on your left side can help keep that stomach acid down where it belongs.
Any tips for staying on my left side all night? I tend to toss and turn a lot.
Try using a body pillow. Place it along your back to make it less comfortable to roll over. You can also try elevating your head slightly with a pillow to keep your airways open. And if you have joint pain, a pillow between your knees can help align your spine and reduce pressure on your lower back.
Makes sense. So paying attention to our sleeping position can really make a difference for our breathing, our circulation, and even our heart health.
Absolutely. Small adjustments can have a big impact.
So to wrap up, we've covered 4 seemingly harmless bedtime habits that can actually pose risks for people over 70. Eating heavy meals too late at night, drinking too much before bed, sleeping in a room that's too warm, and sleeping in the wrong position.
It's all about making those little tweaks to your routine that can lead to big improvements in your sleep and your overall health.
Right. Now we want you to think about your own bedtime habits. Do you recognize any of these? Do you often wake up feeling tired or restless? Have you ever felt overheated while trying to sleep? Are you a back sleeper?
Just being aware of these habits is the first step, and then you can start making changes.
Exactly. Tonight, try adjusting just one of these habits. Have dinner a bit earlier, lower the thermostat in your bedroom, or make a conscious effort to fall asleep on your left side. See how you feel. You might be surprised at the difference it makes.
Even small changes can have a big impact over time.
Well said. Thank you for joining us for this deep dive. We'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment below and tell us one thing you learned today and how you plan to apply it to your own life.
Your feedback is valuable to us, and we look forward to connecting with you again in our next deep dive.
Until then, sleep well.